Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, boys, stop yawning and picking your noses.
No.
Time to get going.
How'd you find out?
How are you doing, Matt and Rick?
We're all doing good.
And everybody out there in YouTube land, good morning.
Heck yeah.
That wasn't a pick, it was a scratch.
What?
I said that wasn't a pick, it was a scratch. But you but you didn't watch Seinfeld, so you don't know that one.
No, didn't watch Seinfeld. I was busy with life.
Yep.
During Seinfeld.
Yep. Yeah, and you had Rugrats at that time.
Yeah, there was no time for Seinfeld.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's what I asked my Sean, my oldest son, has 2 little girls. I was asking him, "Did you watch that?" "I don't watch anything," he goes. And I started thinking back. I go, the last thing I remember watching was Cheers.
Oh yeah.
Before it was, Sean was born in 1982. So the last thing I remember actually tuning into was Cheers. And then I do remember, like, I want to say the last season of King of Queens. Or, and it was because I'd see reruns, in the morning or in the night, right? But so I was able to tune into that because the kids got older. But anything in between there and there, and I really don't watch network television, but I do watch when the 12 Hours of Sebring are coming on here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And I tell you, those would be cool. I mean, what it would say, what's that song, If I Had $1 Million or whatever?
Yeah.
Did a lot of cool stuff.
Need a lot more than that, but
those GTP cars are cool.
And, well, let's take it in perspective, Jim, when the song was written.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's $1 billion. Yeah, that M went to a B.
Yep.
But if I had $1 billion, how about that? Or 100 million.
And we have some MZIC hits, huh?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Hey,
it is what it is.
We got more and more people checking in from UK now.
All right. But anyways, yeah. So awesome. Got that going this weekend. We got we're at Darlington. We got throwback. You know what's crazy is I have not seen, they haven't practiced, have they?
No, not that I know of.
You would have at least seen cars. It's Saturday morning and we still haven't seen a car on the track.
At Darlington? Well, they did.
Not a cup car.
Trucks last night.
Yeah.
Are they having the O'Reillys there today, or are they at another track?
Arca, I think.
Okay.
Is it Arca?
They got,
might be O'Reilly. Might be O'Reilly's. I watched a truck race.
I didn't watch the truck race.
I watched the highlights this morning.
Yeah, that's what I watched. I didn't watch the truck race. I watched the highlights. I don't watch.
But I have it taped, but or taped, whatever. I have it on some server in the middle of the desert. But
yeah.
But the or whatever they call it now. O'Reilly, is that what it is?
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly's.
The
Bush.
Bush series.
Bush series.
Our Grand National. But then again, the Grand National wouldn't have been accurate in 71. It was Sportsman. Let's go all the way back. Sportsman.
Let's go all the way. Let's call it
Let's
Sportsman.
go Sportsman from now on. That's it. Sportsman series, because Grand National was Cup. It didn't become Cup until what, 71 when
Right.
Winston came in.
And it was
71,
Winston
72,
Cup.
right in there. Yeah, so it was Winston Cup, but it was Grand National in 70. Might even have been 71. I'm not quite. You know what? There's a good question for you guys. I know it was one
It
of
was
those
70.
2 years.
It was
72, right?
72.
71.
That was when Winston Cup came in.
Yeah, it was
When
71,
Winston came out.
72. Yeah.
And they shortened the, not as many races. They dropped a lot of the small races.
Well, they were going to 20. What was it? 20. Their goal was 29, I think. I mean, hell, they ended up with less than that because a few tracks fell out. I
Yeah.
forgot what it was. I think they do the. That's everyone's got a misconception. If you add up Petty's races per year, and you add up Jeff Gordon's races per year, okay? The Petty does not average more races per year. Yeah, he was in a few years where they had 41,
Yeah.
or you know what I mean? But Richard ran a ton of years in his prime at 20, what was it, 27, 20, I forget. And Earnhardt too. Earnhardt got kind of screwed on that, in his prime. It was kind of, Earnhardt was the young up and coming rookie. Earnhardt was 79. So, but Richard got hit in, 72.
Right.
72, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, it was years. They cut that thing down to nothing. So those guys didn't have as many starts as you think. They only had a lot of starts because they couldn't get them the hell out of the car.
Right.
Like the old joke is, AJ still be driving Indy cars if he could fit in one.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a joke from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That's a 20-year-old joke. But I would say that it'd be hard to get him out of the car. And look at how many years Richard went.
Yeah.
Richard should have retired in about 86, 87. Definitely 87. And he ended up waiting until another 5 years, before they could get him the hell out of the car.
He was having too much fun.
He was
still having fun.
He had a sponsor on the side, and he was getting paid, so can't blame him.
Yep.
But he was definitely not in the front of the field anymore. It was a combo of two things: his age and the team.
Yep. But he was Richard Petty, and he still is Richard Petty. And how many people went to the track knowing he wasn't going to win, but they were there to cheer him on, butts in the seats that they wouldn't have had he not been there. So yeah.
Right.
You telling me that if Richard decided to run a race, you wouldn't line up to get tickets to go see it? Absolutely.
At 89, no.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
I would not want to see him in the car at 89, but it'd be nice to see him at the track again.
Yep.
It's been a while.
Hey,
but,
somebody brought up, I don't know if you know, because you're not always up on stuff going on in the news, but Chuck Norris passed away.
Yep.
And
yesterday.
His son was in NASCAR?
Was he? I don't know
that.
Yeah. His son was in NASCAR. So
I seen it on. I seen a thing. Now kicking Bruce Lee's ass.
Yeah, somebody just posted that. He says, "Where's Bruce? I'm ready for a rematch."
That's how I found out. It was on Facebook.
His son actually won a race. Okay, he was sportsman. No,
But anyways,
another thing. So,
oh wow,
his son won a race. JL,
oh really?
Yeah, we got to not do this show live.
Yeah.
We're freezing up and talking over each other. Let's show
Eric Norris.
Eric Norris.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mainly
this is why
drove Winston Weston trucks.
Okay.
Ken Nesbitt says.
Okay.
So, anyways, we got to not do this show live. Freezing up and talking over each other. But let's go to the car. Okay. We got the 110th
we talk over
running.
each other all the time anyway, so it's okay.
And there's delays and everything. 110th running IndyCar selling like crazy. That's been a great one. You both motors.
That's interesting.
And both windshields.
Yep.
And the car's all white with blue decals. And we got that's been a great seller. And they'll be at the Speedway as soon as we get their labels. They've already sent over the PO. But we got you know what they make us do? Put their UPC codes on every box. So
really?
We've got to do that. Yeah. Don't know why. It's not the Speedway. It's the company like Fanatics, but it's not Fanatics.
Now is that on
forget.
Their boxes, just the ones that they sell, or our boxes too?
No, just on theirs that they sell.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, stickers.
They have their own UPC code. I don't know why they just don't use ours and put it in their system like everybody in the world. But it is what it is. So we're going to get that out this week. And so they should be at the Speedway within a week or so. Well before the 500. Then they'll start bringing them to tracks too. So hopefully we have them by the next race. But anyways, yeah. And then what else? We got Castronevas we shipped. We're shipping them. We got...
there you go. And
the big news, Halio's running the 500 again. It's official.
Yep. All right.
No more speculation. And also on the same day, Sato announced. So that was what last Tuesday, wasn't it, Jim?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? It was the night of the. It was the day of the club meeting. It was Tuesday.
Okay, that's right, because we did have
the
pictures up Tuesday for the club meeting.
Yeah.
We can't show the box on that one because they haven't gotten around to giving us an okay on that box.
Mm.
Yeah, I did. We just have to call everyone. We're just waiting on them. There's the pre-order on the Chase Elliott.
Yep.
The Daytona 150 winner.
Mm-hmm.
Almost the Daytona 500 winner.
Mm-hmm.
And almost the winner of last week's race in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's almost car right now. Hey, remember, he won Darlington Xfinity, our assignment. So, yeah, who knows what? They're still working on that Chevy body a bit, getting used to it. Give them a few more races.
Yeah.
It won't take long. Gibbs took a little while with that Toyota. Now look at him. He's flying.
Yep. And they don't need the tape either.
Yeah. And, of course, we have Kyle Larson. You know, Matt, I didn't send yours out because I don't have any of those wrapped. They're not wrapped. That's why I didn't send your box. So I got to get it shrunk wrapped because I know you want to save it.
I appreciate that.
So
yeah, that one goes up on the shelf.
We have to get those shrunk wrapped. But we have them. We just need to get them shrunk wrapped. So they're available. And we're waiting on the mold. That's kind of, we're saying May now, even though it should be done. But the guy's working on it. I've seen the progress now. So, but you never know with a mold. It's hard to, as long as they don't run into trouble We should have it in the next couple of weeks. If they do, it could be in the next 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So until I have it in my hands, but that will come out next week with the club exclusive, Ronnie Thomas.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that comes out with Richard Petty. Sorry, with the
Richard and
71 Petty kit. So that comes out this month. So that's and those are available to anybody. They're not a club exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
And picture from my personal collection. Jim did a little bit of AI on it because it was missing part of the nose.
I did a whole lot of stuff on that one, and that nose isn't quite right, but it'll do.
Well, he took my dad out of the picture, Matt.
Yeah, but your dad was with the other car.
The Indy car was right next to it, the Lola.
Oh.
And Wally was in the picture, Dallenbach, and Vince Granatelli, and Joey Granatelli, and Bruce, and the guys you wouldn't even know, Ronnie Falk. They were all crowded around the IndyCar because it was a 2-in-1 race, which that's kind of cool, like the Phoenix race.
Right.
It was only back then it was the opposite. It was they didn't run Cup. It wasn't Cup. Richard ran the
USAC.
USAC used to have a equal to NASCAR before they downsized the USAC cars, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And then USAC started running Camaros and things like that. But yeah, that was the only time Richard ran a USAC race, by the way.
Yep.
And he'd run Winston West over at Phoenix, but I don't remember Richard running. He'd go run some dirt tracks around, when he was trying to sell those kit cars that they made.
Oh yeah,
short track cars.
Yeah, the little dart.
He ran. You'll see pictures of him running those.
Yeah,
to promote their business. But yeah, I think you bought them as a kit, right?
Oh yeah,
like the Petties would put so much of it together, and then you got parts.
You had like
pieces.
4 different levels of how you could buy it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but yeah.
Or the Petties would put one together for you.
That was before, or maybe before STP, and like right at the beginning of STP.
It was really early.
I wasn't down at the shop when that was happening, so I didn't see that. When I was down there, it was Chargers. In fact,
they were.
The Roadrunner was even gone.
It was a short time that they were
I was there. Yeah,
they had to be like 71, 72, 73. They were.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly when, but yeah. But other than that, I don't remember Richard running anything. We went up to Seattle. We ran there's a road course by the drag strip there.
Yep.
And we went up and did that. I went up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's the only race I didn't go to that I know that, big series. The Pocono Pops was there. I think my dad went to every one of them.
Oh, really?
But
one up Seattle, that would have been Winston.
Oh no,
West,
my dad didn't. Yeah, my dad didn't go to Seattle. Yeah, I think it was Herschel McGriff's ride.
Yeah,
that he had. It was a white car with the fluorescent red, and it was fluorescent red instead of vermilion.
Oh, okay.
Because they just painted it themselves,
Yeah,
and it was a one-offer, and yeah. He broke pretty early in the race, but we had a great time. That's when Seattle was nice. My kid goes up there and goes, "Wow, I used to love Seattle."
Yeah,
I guess Seattle's better. It's kind of like all cities, when something's new and shiny, it's good in the city, and then as it gets older, and just like out here. You don't live in the cities,
No,
I don't. Is Phoenix turned that way? Where downtown Phoenix is kind of
Yeah, it is. They It's gone through phases. It had its times where it was bad. They've tried to get people to move down there and renovate and stuff, and dress it up, clean it, I guess. But it's all, this place is so widespread. Everybody's on the outskirts.
Yeah, when I used to go there, it was I only went one time, Matt. It was after I quit racing, but I went over to see Richard. When they'd run there.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna guess it was probably about 89, maybe, right in there, maybe even 90. And I couldn't believe the freeway went all the way into town.
Yeah.
You didn't have to get off in Goodyear and drive a 2-lane highway all the way into town.
It was that way a long time. Yeah, they finally completed it, right there in the late 80s.
And there was hotels right there at the off-ramp.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't stay in town. We stayed out by the track.
Yeah, that place built up, especially when in '88 when Winston Cup started running there. That place just boomed. That whole area.
Mm-hmm.
They changed.
But now people are probably complaining about the noise from the track.
There's nothing but farms out there. But I mean, they widened the road. They got
Well, they really can't develop around the gym because it's an outlet for water that goes right in front of the track, and behind it is Indian land.
Yeah.
So they can't build behind it, and in front of it is that gully. It's still there, right, Matt? Where they let the water loose. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's kind of like pinched off to where it's in an area where really homes can't. There are homes like down the street from it.
Yeah.
But not many. It's kind of more like
it won't get
farmland.
Urban sprawl.
Yeah. Like so many tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like out here, every track we had turns into shopping malls and stuff like that. But great. I love Phoenix. Even at 120 sometimes.
Yeah. What is it?
We're already in the hundreds. It's horrific.
Yeah, we hit the 90s a couple days there. We got warm for a couple of days.
I was sitting in 100. What was it? It was like 100 and it got to be 104 yesterday. I was sitting in my car waiting for Felix's jiu-jitsu class to end and waiting for the sun to dip down behind the building so I had shade. It was horrific.
Yeah. But so we got Darlington, NHRA's running. I don't know where the hell they are. I just seen it on TV. In fact, I was going to watch it, but didn't have time. I had to do the show.
We got Sebring. Is Sebring started yet this morning, or is it
no
shortly? We got that. We got Supercross this weekend. MotoGP is in where did I see? Are they in
Brazil?
South America?
Brazil.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going, but next week they're going to be in Austin.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. What do you mean? Who's in Austin?
MotoGP.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're going to be at Circuit of the Americas next week.
That's when we get all the practice sessions, right? Whenever they come here, we never get to see the practice.
Sarah
says they don't show qualifying.
Sebring is on now.
Oh, it's on right now. Well, I can't watch it because I'm on here.
Oh, and Doug is going to see the World of Outlaws tonight. They're near him in Tulsa, so that's kind of cool.
And exciting news, guys. Thanks to all your prayers and thoughts. Doug is completely crystal clear of all his stuff. So
good deal. Good, Doug.
That was a great one. Yep. I just stayed positive. I kept telling him, ain't gonna happen, bud. And that's what I kept that in my mind to where I wasn't sitting there, worrying about it. I just go, nah, I'm going to go, because I've been through it, not myself, but with other people. And I go, you know what? With Doug, I'm just going positive. And sure enough, it turned out positive. So that
Yep,
was
worked out.
great news. So, anyways, so we got Doug for lots of years, boys.
Yes,
He
sir.
ain't
Yeah.
going nowhere. And so,
Well,
yeah,
he's
it's
going
pretty
to the World
exciting.
Outlaws.
He's going to World Outlaws, yeah.
He's going to the World Outlaws.
Yeah, don't get choked on the dust, Doug.
But MotoGP is going to be kind of cool because the what was those bikes? Aprilia. Actually, you know, it was really quick. One of our NASCAR boys, Trackhouse.
Yep.
Mhm.
They got this young kid riding the. It's like a satellite Aprilia team. I don't know what Aprilia is, some kind of bike, but they've been really competitive the last couple of years.
Really?
And they got some young kid on the bike that he won one last year. Got his name though. Maybe Sarah could pop his name up. I can picture his face, but forgot his name. But yeah, they're quick, and
That's
I don't know.
interesting.
We'll see how Ducati is. Ducati looked a little off the pace. Of course, they're off the pace except for Marquez. And I think you could put him on a Schwinn and he'd be on pace, you know.
I watched last week, and he was right up there fighting with him, but
Those tire disintegrated.
That Aprilia just, it had it. The Ducati didn't have the speed. They did.
Yeah, but that's the way he runs. He'll run second, third, and then he waits and then pounds them with the tire late. And that's just the way he runs. And so he was in a good position, but he hit a curb and exploded not only the tire, the rim.
No.
Sarah says that Cadillac is 1, 4, and 5 at the moment.
Cadillac. Now let's get them 1, 4, and 5 in Formula One. Come on. that back of the field stuff, guys. Come on. I mean, I'm going to give them a full year and a half. That 2028, baby. When we put that Chevy,
they get the GM
Chevy motor. Yep.
Yeah.
When we get our Ilmore in there.
Yep.
You know? Yeah, so the racing was good though. I have to tip my hat. Formula One, the racing was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I mean, if the Ferraris didn't have that rocket launcher of a starter, the races would be really boring. But Ferrari has something. They say their turbo's smaller, so when they take off from the line, they blow by the Mercedes cars, and then so it makes it hard for the Mercedes to get back around them. So when they get to both tracks had giant straightaways. So when they get to what was the race they never pass on? Well, the ones that race like Monaco only on bigger tracks.
Right.
Budapest or whatever. I can't think of the name of the tracks now. But the tracks Senna used to dominate always. I think the Ferrari's got a shot, so we might have a little bit of a race this year. Who knows? We'll wait and see.
Who cares?
But
we'll
see the red cars.
We will be much more concerned with that if we do a Formula One car.
Yeah.
Then we'll be more concerned.
Till then, it's when Cadillac will be leading this field eventually. I don't know. We'll get them. I tell you, they probably should have. They should have got Cal Kirkwood to drive that damn thing. Guy's on fire. That was a hell of that. I could not believe that race ran almost caution with 5 to go or something like that. Yeah. That I thought for sure when I watched that first lap, I go, these guys are going to fly over the fence. It was so bumpy. And then they got out of the cars and they acted like, oh, it's a great track, And I'm going, are you kidding me? I mean, it looked like they were getting their heads shaken off, you know?
Yep. You would expect
But
they were probably making a beeline for the chiropractor and maybe even the spine surgeon after a couple of those bumps. Man, they
yeah,
were
hell of a
missing.
race. And Andretti's cars are phenomenal. This
Oh
week, I
yeah.
don't know. Let's see. I mean, Toyota's been on top. Well, not on top. Blaney still won Phoenix, as usual. And let's see. And Chevy's right there. Let's be honest. Chevy could easily have two wins, you know, depending on pit stops. And they got to qualify, you know, and get the pit selections. You know, that pit selection with these new cars is becoming important on a lot of tracks.
Yeah.
Especially with those,
Very much so.
yeah, with the segments where they all pit together.
Yep.
If you got a crappy qualifying position, you're going to get a crappy pit stall, and then, you know, you're going to keep having to burn up your stuff getting by cars. Where you get that good pit stall, you know, you don't have to eat up your car as much.
Yeah.
Save a lot of tires. 3,000. Well, we all seen Days of Thunder, remember? Whenever when he explained it to everybody,
Drive
Yeah.
down.
run so many laps my way and so many laps your way, right?
Yep.
Give me an honest
That
lap.
was-
I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah. Well, it's a 3,000-pound car. It makes sense. Although the tires are a little wider now.
Yeah.
So, but they still eat up. And Darlington's a tire eater. So it's going to
Yeah.
be.
Are they
really
doing
interesting
something?
race.
Are they doing something different at Darlington with the underbelly? I heard something being talked about. I heard something real quick that they
I don't
were
know. They don't have the
changing
shows on anymore. You know, before they'd have like
Mhm.
10 shows by yeah, we used to get Friday,
Mhm.
you know, you get all day Friday practice and shows talking about everything. Now it's like boom, one practice qualified and we're
Yeah.
racing. So we
I
really
can't
don't know
remember.
crap.
I heard something, and something was just mentioned about that they're taking off something on the under. I don't know what the heck they were
Or
talking
maybe
about.
one of the fins that go down. They could be they
Maybe.
do that on some of the short tracks, yeah. Yeah. You can cut those out with a good pair of those cutters
Short track
that we
package
sell.
has a simpler under tray.
Yeah.
And
that may
for
be.
the Garage 56, they had a couple extras stuffed in there too.
Yeah.
They had more of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't see it anyways. It's under the car.
Yeah.
I don't display very many of my model builds upside down. But
Not if you don't want to.
yeah. Unless my grandkids come over, then a few of them
Yeah.
might be upside down, right?
Yeah.
But let's show some more
It
cars,
wasn't on
Jim.
purpose.
What's that, Rick?
What else you got in there? What do we got? We got
I showed all those, and I do have I have good prints coming out now on the 2-inch Miss Mia's and the 1-inch 1/24th scale giveaways. These are included with any of my 3D print orders. These are $5, but the Miss Mia, the little mini Mias are free in every order. So there you go. I think I've got loaded pretty much everything we showed is pretty much everything that's, if we want
you
to
don't
say,
have the club exclusive, Ronnie's club exclusive.
of course I do.
Yeah. So Matt, why don't you talk about the club a little bit? I know Matt
All right.
loves the club.
Well,
I
digging
love
up
the club.
exclusive.
I love the club too. I like Tuesday night
Yeah,
meetings, man.
The club's
I look
neat. Yeah, we
forward
got
to
the
those.
Tuesday night meetings. You get to just kind of hear some secrets and stuff once in a while. And but you get a great deal. You get a kit, but it's not just getting a kit a month. You can add on. There's certain kits you can get and add on and get those included in there. It is, and you get a couple times a year. We get these exclusive kits that you have to be in the club to get, or you're not going to find them anywhere else. You got to be in the club, and
Mhm.
you can order as many as you want too, and your shipping isn't going to change. So it's a great deal for shipping if you want to pick up a few extra kits and get some other stuff, and get it all shipped there together, and it doesn't change anything with shipping. So
Mhm.
these guys eat it for you.
Yep.
And we have one of my favorite parts of it. I really love the Facebook group. The Facebook group is so much fun. Everybody's become such good friends, and there's so much great information. We're always, anytime anything's going on, we always everybody's throwing something up on there about what's going on in the sport and in racing in general, and just cool model stuff, because we like cool model stuff.
And Bart just mentioned that next month is, and I was thinking it too, is the 6th
6 years
anniversary of the
Isn't that
Builders Club.
something.
Yeah.
Man, I remember when you were talking about doing it.
Yep.
Wondering if it would work.
The
Doug
first
says
kit
7.
was, yeah, I think it is 7.
First,
The 86.
first kit was the 80, was the, 86.
Yeah, one of the club members wanted to know all the kits we made. And I'm going, man, I don't remember. We didn't keep track. You know, but I think someone in the club did.
Uh-huh.
So if anyone's watching that knows what all we made, put it in the club page.
Yeah,
Because,
definitely.
we have no idea. You know, because it's always on to the next, you know? And so we don't remember.
You didn't really know it was going to go like this either. It was this might work. Let's try it out type thing. Good, seems like a good idea. Well, it was.
Mm-hmm.
It's been very popular. It's been pretty consistent. With how many members we got now?
We always go between 4 and 450. It's always stayed the same since the beginning. People have come and go, so it's a few thousand people have run through the club.
Yeah,
over the years, and they go away, they come back. It's an ongoing thing, you know.
Yeah, it's not like you're not strapped to it, you know.
Yeah, you can quit anytime you want.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is you get a discount on your model, but when you add models on, you pay 0 shipping, and you get them at, I think, $43.95. You know, you get
and
them.
you also get access to a special secret spot on the website to do your ordering, and you get a better deal on anything you order there. So, as Jim always says, membership has its privileges. I don't know where he got that from. Some commercial from the 70s or something, but yeah.
Yep.
That was that American Express?
I think so.
So for you guys who are wondering, where's the B-body, where's the funny car, I've got a suggestion for you. Tell everybody you possibly know to buy our kits. We got to sell a lot more kits to be able to buy a lot more steel. And then we'll be coming out with those. But we're really working on what we can do.
I had a guy yesterday, he told me, he goes, oh, guys, if you guys did NASCAR trucks, you guys would be, living in Tahiti or whatever the hell, right? And I go, dude, a NASCAR truck would cost us $250,000. He goes, oh. He goes,
yeah.
Oh, okay. I get it now. But well, the big thing that, first off, the economy's not great. Secondly, we have to do the Chevy body, the Toyota body, you know. So you get thrown curveballs all the time.
Yep. And
you just have to adapt as you go. I mean, that Chevy body could be a B body, could be a 68, 69, 70 car, because the money's the same. The money's the same, but no, Chevy had to change their body. Same with the Toyota. The Toyota could have been, a third of the funny car, but it is what it is. But
you got to go with the flow of what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what they're going to hit us with. So we just kind of react. I mean, you'd like to have done a new older car, but you surely have to, update the car. It's on the track. And
Exactly.
that's a big problem.
That's a priority.
We got whacked with the Ford the year before, and we got whacked with the Chevy and the Toyota, and we're finally getting to it. But those are huge expenses, and we're only a tiny little garage band here, so.
Yep. And Ford's making noises about a new car, so
Yeah.
who knows how long is it going to be before Chevy decides to put out a new car for the street? And since they do that, they got to do the new whatever it is for their
front end.
They're going to have to soon. It's going to happen soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we know it ain't happening this year because you'd have already seen it.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, cars come out in September. So that's not a lot of time. Yeah, because the Ford came out in summer, and then we had it for the following year. And but yeah, what's funny is though, when they're on the track, you can't even see the damn changes.
No.
With all the wrap on it,
Not really.
The Toyota and Ford were very different changes, especially with the scoop, the high fenders and the scooped hood on the Ford and the dropped wedge nose on the Toyota. But the Chevy, really,
that one was subtle.
It's just cleaner. It's not the drastic difference. It's just cleaner. So, but every surface on that thing is different, but the greenhouse. But it's just a little bit cleaner shape. So, and none of us are aerodynamicists, so we don't know what that difference that they did, how much it affected the car, and why the guys are still trying to get on top of it.
Yeah,
we do know 2 pieces of clear tape, you can win races.
Yes,
that's what we do know. Old Martin Truex, and who else was in that?
Yep.
The 2 of them, yeah. 2 pieces of clear tape. Can you believe that? That is pretty crazy.
It was nuts.
I don't know how big it was. They never said how big the tape.
I never saw.
Was it this big? Was it that big? They never really said, but they put a little bit of clear tape underneath the wrap, and they got caught. Somebody found it.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's why all the surfaces on the Chevy are different. Even though it kind of resembles the car, every surface they're allowed to touch, they touched. And so that's why I think right now they're struggling to figure out the car. If 2 pieces of tape affected the car, I could imagine every surface. Now you got to refigure out. Your setup book goes out the window, and especially these cars are so aero sensitive, when they're following and things like that. I mean, you can whack out a set of tires, in a few laps, pushing, trying to get by somebody.
Yep.
I mean, how many times you see that a guy come up? Man, it looks like he came out of nowhere. He's coming up. He gets to the car and gets stuck behind it for a handful of laps, and all of a sudden he fades back.
Yep, tires are gone.
Because he didn't get by, and you got to get by quick.
Yep. Hey, Chester just brought up that he ordered something ordered it from the store rather than the club store. If you guys screw up and do that, call Rick. Rick will pull your fanny out of the fire. So give him a call on Monday, and he'll straighten things out for a nominal fee.
Yeah.
And he'll sell you some other.
I'll split the money with him.
That works. Yep.
Well, there's Bill Monroe. He's been in the club forever. He did the same thing, and he sent me an email I answered his email, never heard from him, and then I seen an email last night. Because I don't look at my emails every 5 minutes. I got so many. That's why I always say call. If it's something like that, call me, because my emails, it's almost, my emails become like the company email.
Yeah.
So everything dumps thing. And it could be 150 emails down by the time, I look. I just happened to luckily catch Bill because I was driving to an eye appointment. And so I answered him while I was driving, basically, hey, I'm not in the office. Give me a call tomorrow. And then he didn't, it went to spam, my answer. So I guess late last night, but I did see that email. I try and check them, but it's hit and miss. If it's something like that, just call, leave a message on extension 1, and I definitely will get back to you. I might not get back to you in 24 hours, but I will get back to you and we'll solve every problem,
Yep. Rick is like 7-Eleven. He might not be doing business, but he's always open.
Yeah. Yeah, just leave the message. I mean, it might take me a couple, depending on what's going on. It could be a couple of days, but I'll get back to you. And then usually when I call them back, they don't answer. So I got to leave another message and they call back. But we get it straightened out every time. So it's not there's no mad rush. We'll get it all taken care of. We've never taken anyone's money and never intend to. And you're allowed to screw. We got to put a rule out, Matt. You can only do that once. Then you should have to pay a penalty.
Yeah.
We get the penalty isn't. It's not a money penalty. You still get your money back, but we can talk crap about you on the club page.
There you
for
go.
a whole week.
Yeah, you get a designated week.
That works.
You get a whole designated week, or we get to joke.
Pile on.
We get to joke on you. So Bill, if you're listening, Bill Monroe, you got one strike.
He's listening, and he put a LOL on that.
Yeah, Bill, give me a call Monday or Tuesday, whenever you have time. I know you're busy. When we'll get it all straightened out, and whoever it was, it just did it right now. Look at Bill, you're not alone. There's 2 of you with one strike now.
Yep.
We got new rules. We got new rules now.
Chester was the other one.
Oh, Chester. Okay, they both got one strike. They might get a full week of everybody. And hey, you've got to put up with it. We all get to tease you for a full week. No curse words though. We don't want to get thrown out. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I love the Darlington Throwback Weekend. But what's a bummer is, you got to wait till qualifying to see the cars, and because who cares about a photo on, Facebook? You want to see the car, what it looks like on the track.
Yeah, exactly.
And especially like with the old practice, you could see what it looked like next to the other cars. It was like the Joey Logano throwback that looked like Joseph Newgarden's car.
Right.
I thought, this car is going to be awesome.
Yeah, that was.
And then there was another car with fluorescent red that looked even better. When they got up on the track, and it stood out even better. I thought it was going to stick out, and it was cool. I really liked that paint scheme. Pain in the ass to decal though, with that fade, that yellow fade. Because I built Joseph's car, and we didn't do the Joey car. That's right, because you didn't do good. Yeah, so we just did the Joseph with the fade. But maybe this year, we'll see. Who's going to win, Matt? Come on, we're running out of time here. Let's
go.
Who's
going to win? Who's going to win? Who's going to win?
You only got one race to pick today.
Yeah, well, Should I do something different? You know what?
Go
I'm
different. Come on.
I'm gonna screw his name. The Huskavar. Is that who it
Kosovar.
is? How you say his name?
Kosovar.
Huskavar. Yeah,
Kosovar.
just because he's got that cool old Wrangler, your early '80s Wrangler paint scheme.
That is, you know, we haven't got to see it yet. That's the bummer. This is the one picture on the internet.
They showed it, but the thing that was cool, they did a little quick reel or something on Facebook, and they uncovered that, but they uncovered a street '81 Pontiac all painted like that. It looked fantastic. That car was so cool looking.
Yep. I like the sunglasses.
Yeah. And he was dressed all like Taylor in our early 80s.
Where did they go to find a pair of gargoyles?
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's see who are you gonna go with, Jim? I'll go last. Go ahead. I'll take the leftovers.
I hate to say it, but Snake Eyes 11.
You're gonna go with Denny, huh?
Not that I like him, but you know, he won last weekend. He always just seems to pop up. You know, you got him, you got Bell who can come in at the very end, sneak in. You got Blaney that can sneak in at the end. You know, it'd be great to see Chase, but you know, it's.
You know, I usually go company man. I'm gonna go.
I know
that we have this team, so I'm gonna go with Doug. I think Eric Jones is gonna pop out the first win for Legacy.
Oh, wow.
He is good. He is good at that track. He always has been.
That's true.
You know, so I'm gonna go with Doug. Eric Jones is gonna. Don't forget they got that alliance now. And we see how that alliance is working out for Jordan.
Yep.
And Tyler Reddick. So I'm looking for Eric Jones. It's a track he drives well. And we're noticing, you know, with the new car, the tracks that drivers are good at, even though maybe the team's struggling a little bit, like Chase, for example. Chase is pretty good at this track too. The driver can make a little bit of difference with these cars.
Yeah.
You know, on the tracks, a good example, the tracks Denny's good at, he's tough. And then the tracks like Blaney's good at, you know, like Phoenix, that little bit. And of course, Talladega and Daytona, you got to get to the finish line. And Tyler Reddick just happened to smell that finish line a little bit.
Yeah.
that was good. That was really good for NASCAR. We're talking with them. Who knows what will turn out?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, with them. I mean, they're you know, there's two things. They got Jordan, their licensing, and they're new. But now they have a girl over there. I can call her a girl because I'm old. But a lady, she's a girl to me, okay?
Yeah.
Probably 30 some years old. So yeah, she's a girl. But over there, and she's been really going back and forth. So they have someone over there now. That's been a lot of the problems with these newer teams. They really didn't have anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just doing there was some old licensing because of video games and things where you would buy the whole every team. Well, they don't really offer that anymore. And it's hard to get in on that now because the teams want their independence, you know?
Yeah.
So, so we haven't got that team. And of course we would like to get Carson Hocevar's team because that kid's just a matter of time, I think. My personal opinion.
Well,
before
he's running this weekend. I mean, win, lose, or crash. You know, we would love to do that because there's a lot of guys that would be buying that thing about that quick just because of the livery on there, and it's cool. And then they'd buy one of my resin printed figures and cut it in pieces and stretch it out so it's taller, and then they just paint it. So you know,
But yeah, so it's going to be a cool weekend. Can't wait. We'll have a lot more stuff next week to announce, and we'll give you an update on the molds. Hopefully, by next week, we can show you some finishing work on the Camaro, or the Camaro, sorry, Chevrolet, and yeah, it should be done. It should be close to done by next week. So if everything goes well, then we'll have our Chase Elliott and our Travelers Whiskeys out. But that's why we threw the Ronnie Thomas up quicker. And if we're gonna if we're gonna push it back till May, we'll show you what we'll probably do a Ford, and we'll show that next week. But anyways, man, thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah.
I know we didn't have a lot of new news this week, but well, we did have great news. Helio's running Indy 500.
Yeah.
Sato's running the Indy 500.
And Doug is cancer-free.
And Doug, and I went with Doug, dude. I picked Eric Jones. Come on, Doug.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's Doug's car, baby.
Yep.
You know, the minute they showed the fender with just the blue and the STP red, you know, just like a little tiny piece.
Yeah.
Doug texted it to me immediately. You guys gonna do this one?
We've been wanting to do that one since last year, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, as soon as they get done with the Chevy mold, they'll start on the Toyota. So everything takes longer than everyone says. Right, Matt, on the Lotus should be. I got parts coming. We're working on box art, and the decals are on their way. So
cool.
It's not far away. Thank you guys for being so patient on that, because it was the first time, and it was a steep learning curve. But you're gonna enjoy it when you see it. We did a great job on it.
That's going to be a neat model.
And we're planning on the next ones being just a little bit easier
to build.
Yeah.
To build, yes.
Well, this one builds pretty easy, to be honest with you. For a multimedia kit, even though it has tons and tons of parts, it's pretty easy to build.
Yeah. Thought I had my parts.
I built it a couple times. But yeah,
I built it 2 or 3 times with resin prints. So yeah,
I did it with the actual product. I did it with the metal and the Matt took a rough resin, knocked the mold out for me, and gave me all the resin parts.
That was rough.
Yeah,
if you were able to, if you built that and said it was easy, this one's going to be real easy now. Parts are so much nicer.
Where's Jim getting? Did you build the car?
Yeah,
do we have to look at that stupid that Camaro again? Or what you guys built?
Our USAC build.
Our USAC
build. Every time you guys say USAC, I'm thinking, sprint cars. That's the motor.
So that's
all metal. So we 3D printed
the headers.
We 3D printed those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we'll make it a wee bit easier.
Yeah.
And then, Matt, Rick sent me some of your tires. Those rubber tires, guys, came out so cool that Matt is making. And here's maybe I should do it this way.
Actually, the tires got a little taller. And the tread pattern's different, thanks to Michael over to Indy Cows.
Yep.
And by the way, this is off the record, on the record. We are not able to do the Husky chocolate car. There they are. There's the real tires. Matt's got them. You can see the tread. They came out beautiful.
Put your other hand behind it, Matt. Like that, so it focuses on it.
It's not cleaned up yet, but
the tread came out gorgeous, man. Absolutely gorgeous.
dead onto the car. And the heights, thanks to
Crap.
Mike over there at Indy Cows. And by the way, so the Husky chocolate car, we're not able to make that car because
Rubbery.
we can't find Husky to sign it off. But if you go to Indy Cows, you might get surprised.
Mm-hmm.
So
round and
it that
squishy
way.
things are round and squishy.
Round and squishy. That stuff is neat.
So, anyways, thank you guys. Enjoy the races. God bless you all. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you Tuesday night, club members.
Tuesday night, clubbies.
And we should be able to show you guys what direction we're going on Tuesday. With the we'll know where the mold is, hopefully by Tuesday. So we'll have some more firm deals on, when the Chevy body will be done, hopefully.
Yeah.
And Adam, the guy that put it all together, of course, had to take 10 days to go to Europe, but he's not the guy making the mold. So the communicate, he's been staying in contact. He bought the now you can call anywhere. I added that to my phone where I can call globally. I can take calls from anywhere, call anywhere. And so isn't that crazy to think back to the days?
I know.
Where you had to wait till you got back to the hotel to watch the light blinking. And then you went to call and nobody was at the office, right?
Yeah.
And so you'd end up leaving a message. Then you'd have to wait for the next night where you came home from the track to hear the message. And by then, the office was closed. It's Friday night, right?
Yeah.
So
so you couldn't talk to anyone till, by the time you get home from the airport, it was Tuesday morning before you could talk. And then you're back headed to the airport on Wednesday.
Yeah, Lori has been all over the place, and Verizon is actually good. It costs $10 or $12 a day to have the international calling plan, but it is cool to be able to talk to her, like when on her last trip in Amsterdam or times in Africa or the Middle East, and that able to call like that, or using the WhatsApp app on the phone. It's all, as long as somebody's someplace where they can hit a Wi-Fi, because it's not over the phone. They can connect to the Wi-Fi and you're talking to them over the internet. It's crazy. The world's just coming down.
Yeah, it's getting smaller.
Well, guys,
like a little tire.
Like a squishy little tire. Yep. You guys have a good weekend. I will talk to you later on. Everybody else, thank you for spending your time, your Saturday morning, night, evening, afternoon, whatever it is. Yes.
Hitting like or whatever the hell. Matt always tells me, look at Matt, I reminded you. Look at that. Look at that, Matt. Matt's a YouTuber. He knows. I don't know exactly what this does, but Matt says the
liking and the commenting help YouTube think that people want to see this stuff, so they suggest it to more people. So that's it. It gets into other people's feeds that might watch model related stuff.
Yeah.
Is that DMs? I still don't understand what the hell a DM is.
Direct message, like our instant messages back and forth. Yeah.
I hear the word slipped into your DMs. I no clue what the hell that means. Is that calling somebody and leaving a message on the phone?
No, DM is like
instant message.
Instant messaging, like on through Facebook Messenger.
Oh, okay.
And then comments are like just the comments that are put on after at the bottom of a YouTube video.
Yep.
Oh.
Or in the Facebooks when you make a comment.
All right. Well, go into our DMs or whatever the hell and subscribe, and
comment.
Yep. Hey, stick around for a minute afterwards, Matt, because I have a question for you. So I don't want to waste people's time on this, but stick around. So, guys, everybody else, thank you for spending your time, and we will see you next week. And clubbies, we will see you Tuesday.
See you then.
Bye.